Ютубу привет. Не забывайте подписываться на канал. Внизу вот там вот ставить лайки, соответственно, подписочки. В описании проходите, там найдете ссылку на вас, где можете посмотреть все это в прямом эфире. Хорошо у тебя. Привык, наверное, уже. Организм такой, ну ладно, так все и быть. Так, значится, что мы... Дайте-ка я, наверное... Я бы, ребят, знаете, что я заметил? Давайте-ка на секундочку. Я сейчас пропаду, вернусь, и мне хочется сравнить. Буквально секунду, ребят. Так. Должен был я в эфире уже появиться. Так, да, я здесь, потому что на сайте-то все это херово. Сейчас, одну секунду. Вот так вот. Да, так лучше. Так намного лучше. Ага. Ага, все, хорошо. Значит, вот так вот мы будем делать. Значит, пока что будет вот так. Так будет получше. Так, мы на чем остановились? У нас... Так. Кнопки управления я помню. Дайте что-нибудь посканировать там, я не знаю. Значит, по сюжету мы идем встречаться с Нексусом, да? И, соответственно, сейчас мы идем на метро. На шо? Не помню. Ля. Планету сканируют. Опачки. Лут. Здравствуйте. Ля, народу сколько. А. То есть у нас даже еще из криостаза не все выведены. Да. Пункт управления монорельсом.
It'll be nice to see some friendly faces this time.
The Nexus runs a support crew, just enough to finish building the station and provide safe harbor for the arcs.
It means we can start waking our people up.
Но смотри.
They built a bar, right? Gotta have champagne for the welcome party.
Мы видели то, что с Нексусом что-то не так. То есть он недостроен.
We all could.
Yeah. Rough ride so far.
We'll bounce back. Real food and a shower are just ahead.
У них нет душа на корабле? Понимаю тебя, Паш, жиза. Воссоединиться с Нексусом, найти сотрудников.
I don't see any champagne.
Where is everybody?
Терминал VA.
It's like everything's on standby.
If it's a surprise party, they're doing an awfully good job of it.
We could see what the VI has to say.
Welcome to the Nexus, gateway to Andromeda. I'm Avina, a virtual intelligence designed to assist you with immigration.
Can you tell us where the welcome party is hiding?
I'm sorry. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations. Please select from the following pre-programmed responses.
Текущий год, интересно.
The current year is 2819. After spending over 600 years in stasis, it's normal to feel disoriented or confused upon arrival. Our helpful medical staff can assist with any physical or psychological
Но
after effects you may be experiencing.
они считают
Well,
то же
she's got the
самый
date
год.
right, at least.
То есть летоисчисление
is
такое
everyone?
же. Ну, давай вот это вот оставим на сладенькое, так сказать. Давай места
Where do
жительства.
colonists live?
Once you've cleared immigration, our helpful staff will assist you in choosing the home world of your dreams. Will it be the tropical paradise of Habitat 7, the gentle rolling hills of Habitat 3, or perhaps the mysterious twilight world of Habitat 5? Whichever you choose, rest assured our Pathfinders have carefully vetted all colony worlds to ensure your security and prosperity.
Конечно.
Boy.
Надо же.
Habitat 7. That's where we landed. She's way out of date.
Ну да, согласен.
How does the immigration process work?
We ask that you submit to a brief medical exam to ensure your health and well-being after making such a long journey. Once you've been cleared, our colonization experts will assist you in
Ну,
finding your
все
new home.
сводится. Наши
Please be
специалисты
mindful
вам
of the queue.
помогут.
Thousands of eager
Бла-бла-бла,
colonists are waiting to
бла-бла-бла.
begin new life in Andromeda.
Where? Place is deserted.
Так, что по
What can you tell me
галактике?
about the Andromeda galaxy?
Here in Andromeda, you are over 2 million light years away from the Milky Way galaxy. This is the furthest any life form has ever traveled outside our home system, making you a brave pioneer indeed. The Nexus itself is located in a region known as the Helios Cluster. Here, you and thousands of your fellow colonists will fulfill your dreams of settling a new home. Fortune awaits.
Паша, не надо. Так, поехали.
What is the Nexus?
The Nexus serves as the central hub for the Andromeda Initiative's colonization efforts. It is the first destination for all colonists upon their arrival in the new galaxy. Please enjoy the many venues the Nexus has to offer. As the station expands, it will one day serve as the seat of government for Milky Way colonists. Providing a safe, stable, and prosperous environment is our primary goal.
Not from the looks of it.
Но не то
That's
чтобы
all.
прям совсем
It has been my
полезно.
pleasure. Please see one of our helpful immigration staff for further assistance. And welcome to your new home in Andromeda. where the brightest
Паш, там
star
скорее
is
клон
you.
будет, а не
Current wait
оживить.
time for immigration processing is unknown
Набор цифр.
error.
Спасибо тебе за добавление в
Right.
избранное.
Helpful.
Добро пожаловать и приятного тебе просмотра. Спасибо. Привет. Я не знаю, как
Plants
вы
are still
такие
alive?
придумываете ники, но спасибо.
It's like they didn't finish building it.
Подожди, но мы никуда не можем пройти, правильно? То есть нам идти только вперед, по факту.
Hello?
Только попробуй меня напугать. Сука.
This place should be packed with people.
There's a guy. Maybe he's got champagne.
Let's
Только
talk to that
попробуй.
worker.
Why don't we just ask that guy?
Да помолчи.
Hi there. We're from Ark Hyperion, and wondering where everybody went.
Did he hear you?
Did you say an arc?
Да, я так и сказал.
Yeah, we just got in.
And for what it's worth, your VI over there could use an update.
But we thought you were all dead.
What?
Or captured, or lost in dark space, or...
Почему?
You're here. You have no idea how much this means.
I don't believe it.
О, турианец. Здорово.
I'm Tyrion Kandros. I lead our militia on the Nexus.
I'm Sarah Ryder. This is Cora Harper and Liam Costa, part of the Pathfinder team.
I'm sorry for the confusion. Our sensors told us an arc had arrived, but Helios is notorious for scrambling equipment. We thought you were just another malfunction.
Ну, действительно, ну, прибыл какой-то ковчег. Ну, зачем? Это же сбой. Зачем там проверять идти? Ну, подумаешь, пристыковался кто-то. Ну и хер с ним. Почему?
But aren't you expecting us?
You're the first ark we've seen. After a year of waiting and no sign of the others, we shuttered this area and stopped looking.
You've been stranded for a whole year?
Longer. I'll fill you in on the way to Op Center. Everything that could go wrong with our plan has. We arrived 14 months ago. Right away,
14
we hit a
месяцев
band of
назад.
dark energy that knocked us off course.
We're familiar with it.
Then you'll know why
Было
we
дело
call it the
такое.
Scourge. We lost whole
Скверно.
sections of the station. A lot of people died. No power, no food. The chaos went on for months.
Блять, я думал, мы
Finally led to
пацана
armed rebellion.
потеряли.
When order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles, we call them.
Are things back to
Мятежников.
normal?
Not even close. But you're here now, so maybe the worst is over.
Ну, объективно, да. Если прилетел хотя бы один из ковчегов, то будет намного легче с его ресурсами. Ну да. Не, я примерно так же себе ник и придумывал во многих играх. Я просто вот так вот сделал,
Word from anyone, period.
и пошло добро.
Any threats from the locals?
So far, we've stayed hidden. We're in no shape to deal with an attack.
We had a first contact situation on Habitat 7. Whole thing went south.
Был
They tried
дело
to kill
такое.
us.
That wasn't first contact. We know about them. Those aliens are gonna be a real problem.
This day just keep...
Подожди, а я могу его... Блять, я хотел его
You guys go ahead.
просканировать.
I'll check out the security situation.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Ну вот.
They said drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an arc to finally show up.
Docking procedures are green across the board.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
А ну-ка!
The crew of the Hyperion.
Ага, блять! Ага, блять!
I'm Jaren Tan, director of the initiative. You have no idea how much your arrival means to us.
Мы хотим помочь.
We've heard about what happened, and we're ready to help.
We could use any supplies you have. Food, water, we're short on everything.
Ага.
Miss Foster Addison. She oversees colonial affairs. Where's the Pathfinder?
Перед
You're looking at
тобой.
it.
You're not Alec Ryder.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Alec is dead.
Можно не
Please
дергать
understand.
вот так,
The
головой.
entire initiative is at risk.
Блять, боже.
None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been no word from the other arcs.
What happened to them?
Unknown. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Rationing bought us some time, but even that's running out.
We need to find more resources, but that takes people, and we can't wake them up.
Until they have somewhere to live. A golden world.
Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
It now falls to you, Ryder. Are you up to the task?
А у меня выбор есть, но ты, конечно, гений. Ай. Вот что значит «мой отец знал свое дело»? Вот что вот этот ответ значит? Я готов.
I'm ready to step up and do what needs to be done. I can handle it.
Youthful enthusiasm will only get you so far in Andromeda.
Ты сейчас договоришься, я тебя разжалую в уборщике. Нытик тоже стоит, она. Посмотри на нее. Блять, директор, управляющий, директор по делам колонистов. Вы можете меньше выебываться, ребят?
You've heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
Ты сейчас довыебываешься и реально пойдешь уборщиком работать.
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's have a private word in my office, Ryder. We'll discuss giving you a scout ship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
Welcome to the Nexus.
Ну, по поводу помощи я пока никакой не увидел. Помощь скорее нужна им от нас. Так что...
I can't believe how far off track things have gone.
It's bad, but it's not over. Not yet.
Ma'am, the Hyperion's core is now online.
Let me show you something. An hour ago, that was all dark. But with the power from your ship, you're keeping the lights on. You have my vote.
Ну вот именно, пока что вы нахлебники просто.
And when the power runs out?
You'd best go talk to Director Tan. Make sure that doesn't happen. And don't be shy. Come see me when you have a chance.
Эх, сейчас бы картошечки, Паш. Ну да. Поговорить с... Господи... Что? Не-не-не-не-не-не-не, стой. Не-не-не, подожди, стой. Я так понимаю, у нас есть допки. Давай мы сначала поговорим со всеми, поймем, что мы вообще делаем. Кстати, что по навыкам у нас? Мастер пожилой разведки. Кстати. Можно прокачать наших ребят. Алло. Ты у нас кто? Ты у нас псионик. Кстати. Натиск. Десант Азари. Она Азари? Она ж человек. Окей. Вот. Вот это вот я понимаю. Ну, так себе, конечно, но окей, хотя бы так. Да, с ней мы разобрались. У тебя что-нибудь есть? Нет, у тебя 0 очков. Так, все, значит, здесь мы закончили. Не, выглядит, конечно, красиво. Базару 0. Давай побалакаем со всеми. Ты у нас кто? Ты у нас самая выебистая.
To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with
Какая тебе разница, что случилось с моим отцом?
Right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
Тебе какая разница? С хера ли я тебе должен что-то рассказывать? Иди в пизду.
I don't want to get into it. Things went wrong. And now I'm the one you have to deal with.
Alec Ryder wouldn't accept that kind of ultimatum. Damned if I will. We'd never have left home if we... Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. This mess.
Тебя, если что-то не устраивает, ты можешь выйти в открытый космос. Шлюз просто открыть и выйти. Ай, плевать мне на отношения с ее отцом. Что там ты занимаешь? Какой пост? Я б тебе вообще влияния не давал, ты выебываешься много. Чиновник, да, была? Чиновником, да, была? Ну, понятно.
There must be some kind of plan for encountering hostile aliens. We can't have been that naive.
We expected life, not an enemy that refuses to talk.
Вы летели в соседнюю галактику и не готовились к...
Что? That's how bad it is. Not sure who started it, but we're calling them Ket. Kandros will know more. Maybe too much.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a supposedly civilian initiative. We came here to make history, Ryder, not repeat it. Ugh, goddamn poetry.
Блять, знаешь, я просто не понимаю ее... Ну, типа, в чем логика? То есть они летели осваивать, колонизировать новую галактику, они прекрасно знали, что даже в их родной галактике там триллионы живых существ, которые могут быть им враждебны, с чего они предполагали, что в соседней галактике не будет разумной жизни, которая будет против них, как колонистов. Ну, то есть, ну, это даже звучит тупо. Они такие, ну, мы, блядь, не ожидали военных столкновений, типа, поэтому выбрали с собой оружие, типа, блядь, что?
There's also this strange technology. Has anyone studied that?
We've tried. Not me. The brains in research. They're supposed to know their business. The current excuse? The tech we dug up on Mars was more advanced, but it was plug and go. The tech here thinks different? I don't know. We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say about Alec, maybe that's good.
You've had no
Алика убила не техника.
How many tries is that?
Less than you'd think. The Scourge, spoiled worlds, exiles, hostiles. We can't just plop down an outpost and expect picket fences.
Ты умеешь
We need the
телепортироваться?
Pathfinder and Sam to scout,
Понимаю.
evaluate, and inspire. The initiative promised a goal. Andromeda has not cooperated.
And if it had?
Beautiful utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus a citadel, not headed by Tan, or
Почему?
even me.
Почему?
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Да какой она директор?
It's Pathfinder.
Ryder, we're starving here.
Нет.
If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, we might as well be 600 years dead.
Для тебя я не
Alec
райдер.
promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you.
Да мне похеру на тебя. С чего я тебе должен что-то доказывать? Для тебя я не райдер, для тебя я первопроходец, блядь. Директор Эдисона, прошу, блядь, честь отдать нахуй, идти на свой пост в подсобочке, блядь. Блядь. Смотреть на нее. Я ж от напряжения, это, блядь, стойка микрофона. Что нужно сделать? Почему так много маркеров?
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
Good. I was starting to wonder who was in charge around here.
Director Addison is entitled to her opinion, and mine overrules hers.
Does she know that?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself.
А,
To
да?
that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge
Да
is to
ладно,
settle
вот
a
это
world in spite
ты...
of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable, so how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Да?
Right. I think I should go check on things.
Блять,
And if
Milky
I
Way
fail,
это
I
да.
guess it's no sweat off
Вкусный.
your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
Ну, поехали, чё.
Just point me to my ship and I'll be out of here.
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer. And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was
Кстати,
wondering
да.
about that.
С пропавшими ковчегами.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam note on the Hyperion.
Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No. I'm fine.
Не, стоп, подожди. Ничего у тебя не получится. Не. Ну, это задание мы пока выполнить не можем. Здесь пока нету квестов. А вот это вот до конца я бы выполнил. Блять, дурак совсем. Подожди, а что? Ну-ка, подожди, давай-ка еще раз мы с тобой побалакаем. Спасибо.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
Но вот это вот... Да найду я их, господи, я тебя умоляю.
We have to. Tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
Ну, во-первых, кто ты?
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
Почему?
What's their problem with you?
I am not Gian Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the exiles, some never made it out of stasis.
Но, как всегда, кто-то там...
I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
Прикинь, чувак был просто помощником комиссара по управлению доходами. А из-за того, что все, кто над ним погибли, это сколько там иерархических ступенек.
So, you're an accountant?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative, and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry.
Ну-ка, а чё по
So how does
структуре?
anything get done?
Давай.
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations.
Это тот
Kendra runs
турианец.
militia, and Addison
А, не-не-не,
manages
стоп,
colonial
подожди.
affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky.
Ну, как всегда, знаешь, типа, в любой компании хреново куча директоров и так далее. И они вечно орут, и потом такие, ну, давайте тогда сделаем вот так. Все такие, ну, ок. Инициатива, давай.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
Не очень интересно, на самом деле. Очень много говорильни.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, is dead.
Что за скверно, интересно?
Kandros mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears.
Преступники.
An uprising followed. We had no choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. Exiles, we called them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
Ну, подожди, тогда, если уж мы от этого отталкиваемся, где Кроганы?
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved. They're muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted,
они
they left.
свалили просто. А что она кем-то была, наверное, тоже из руководства?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed
службы
the uprising at first,
безопасности.
but eventually turned traitor and joined them. Misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen. Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй. Что по поводу
Any
ковчегов?
more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
Что это за вопрос?
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave, but before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well. Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see
То
them for
есть
some time
некоторых
to
мы
come.
вообще не увидим. Понимаю.
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
Разберемся. Очень много у него, конечно, инфы, очень много говорильни у него.
You will find our futures depend on each other's success. Good luck.
Прям, знаешь, ветки диалогов вкорячили сюда. Так, подожди. Блять, ты... Ты конченый, блядь.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
Почему?
What is there to be paranoid about?
We've had 3 malfunctions in the past week.
That's not good. Sorry.
Кто-то
Understatement.
саботажи устраивает.
And now I have more repairs.
Did you talk to security about this?
How can I? For all I know, someone in security is the one doing this. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait. That's it. You can't possibly be involved in this. You weren't even here during the mutiny.
Логично, да.
If you have time, maybe you could help me. If they start hitting critical systems.
Давай.
Sure thing. What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one, that'd really help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done. No, I'm fine. And I don't know.
Короче,
Find out why. Be careful.
Короче, я не знаю. Ну, мы это задание, конечно, сделаем, но не сейчас. Ля. Стоит. Я не знаю, мы будем, конечно, это задание делать, но явно не сейчас. Явно чуть-чуть попозже. Я, во-первых, пошел лутаться. Кстати, броня новая. Ну, здорово, мать.
Yes, I know the Hyperion docking unannounced caused some switches to blow. That's fine. I don't... There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing.
Давай узнаем
At least
твое
with the
мнение.
Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
А чем ты занимаешься вообще?
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
Генофаг — это, насколько я помню, их генетическая болезнь, да?
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with a genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
Но, насколько я помню, в основной кампании, в основной трилогии, точнее, эту проблему можно было решить с Кроганами.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show a mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
Ой, как
So you
удобно.
used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had. Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
А что если они реально еще раз
No wonder your
вмешаются?
people have such a problem with Solarians.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
Но это мы все знаем из основной трилогии, это просто по факту повторение. Во-первых, где
I noticed there
Кроганы?
aren't a lot of Krogan around.
Tan, ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made.
Так.
My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Угу.
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place. It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
Кстати, да, почему ты не ушла?
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
What sort of problems have you seen on the Nexus?
Situation's gone to
Потому
shit
что.
pretty much sums it up. There's arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take over, then more idiots offended my clan, so they left. And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, was killed.
Да плевать мне на Джейн Гарсон,
I thought the
господи.
Hyperion had it bad when we arrived. Anything else?
The outposts aren't happening because we don't have resources or people, so Addison's more uptight than ever. And let's not forget how badly the station was damaged on arrival. But that's a detail, according to some. My team and I are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
Окей. Не то чтобы ты
Nothing more
прям
for now.
сильно полезная, но... Ок. Да чтоб тебя. Так. Здравствуйте. Значит, тут у нас торгаш, да? Продавец оружия. Здравствуй.
I got you covered. Use the console to take a look through what I got. It'd be a lot easier if I weren't missing half my stock.
А что с ценами у вас?
Ouch. Why am I paying for these?
Half the supplies are inaccessible, what with how we crash landed and all. And I have to trade with the crooks out there for the rest, so...
С какими... Чего, блядь? Нет, вот оружие ближнего боя мы точно покупать не будем. Типа, дробовик я бы, может быть, еще, конечно, как-нибудь. Угу. Я так понимаю, бабло у него бесконечное, да? Это пистолет, да? Броню я еще не смотрел, так что хрен с ней. Апдейты тоже, наверное, пока не будем продавать. Уран. А зачем мне уран, например, алюминий? Окей. Окей, допустим. Так, подожди, теперь я хочу посмотреть, что у меня... Окей. По поводу брони. Она одинаковая? Я понял. Мне просто интересно, как мы должны менять... Это карта, это все херня. Недоступно. Ну, недоступно так недоступно. Я понял. Это кто у нас? Задание для ударных от... Что?
This console reports on the militia's current strike team missions, Pathfinder. Please speak with Tyrion Candros for authorization to participate.
Ну, допустим.
That's the console for our strike teams.
Так.
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex, combat experts who've signed up to defend us. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
Ты доверяешь мне
Deploy your
командование?
people carefully, Kandros.
Appreciate that, Ryder. But trust me, Apex can handle themselves. Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
А, это все? А, ну, тю, блядь, это понятно.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Tyrion Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive.
По каким сведениям? Откуда у вас сведения?
Even if it's just a vent.
Вот, во-первых,
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to warn the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
а что он про кетов скажет в
What do you know
целом?
about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket.
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
Зачем? Почему вы реально тоже не взяли ни одного пленного, не изучили, типа, не забрали трупы, чтобы их изучить? Ну, вы странные очень ребят, конечно.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one.
The good one?
The Kandros family is old military. There were expectations, you know? Then my sister became a sculptor and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega. Everyone was proud that I stayed in service. But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
It's rough out there. I might need backup if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. But that isn't news to you, right?
Ну, он такой, знаешь, типа...
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Такой у нас пацан.
This is wrong. Just wrong.
Что у тебя опять?
It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us.
Да,
There's
это
hope
я.
at last.
Это я, да.
Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
Почему ты уверена? Во-первых, за какое?
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would.
За мелкие
They say
кражи.
it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have. There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
Ну, давай
I'd be happy to.
посмотрим.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit.
Пропустит.
Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Конечно, пропустит. У него выбора просто, у тюремщика нет. Либо он меня пропускает, либо идет сортиры драить.
Notice the handoff there. Too small for lizards.
You'd be surprised. There's also purvine in the seed bank.
А что мне скажут господа ученые?
Store oxygen in porous tissue, like Quiro's rockfish.
Алло.
Perhaps, but you must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Herrick, my colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
What fields do you study?
Herrick's into life sciences. I do planetary geology, oceanography, rocks and runoff. Aradana's the space and math whiz.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Охерительно. Охерительный разговор с учеными. Мне прям очень сильно понравилось. Угу. Вы, ребят, гении просто. Кто делал этот квест, это... Так я поговорил с учеными. Что еще надо? Все. Не хочу с ним больше разговаривать. Что? Нексус. Саботаж. Убийца. В результате прямой блокировки. То есть, типа, весь квест заключается в том, что мне надо просто пробежаться?
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
Я понял.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction
Только у
or
нескольких
sabotage.
техников.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Вот бы знать, о чем они говорят, конечно. Ну да. Ну да.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
Ай, блядь. Ага, я понял. Ну, короче, вот это.
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
На главной панельчике Гипериона, да? Да. Гипериончик ломаешь мне, да, сучка? Не-не-не-не-не-не-не. Стой. Подожди. Если уж мы хотим, то давайте все квесты здесь сделаем, и после этого только пойдем на Гиперион. Сначала все квесты, а потом... Это тюрьма?
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilk and Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Milkgun, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
The Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Пока не
I'm not
буду.
here to exile you. Told your wife I'd look into things.
At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
Ты с ним поспорил, все это увидели, потом его нашли мертвым, правильно?
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. Witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
Но тут, братан, тут, конечно, я не помощник. Тут только
I'll
улики.
check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Поговорить с этим, блядь. Пацаны, ну вы, конечно...
No news on the Turian Arc yet? Or is this militia business?
Я по поводу
I
убийства.
spoke with Nilk and Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
Его признали
So there was a
виновным.
trial and he was found guilty.
It was short and decisive. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
А ты ему не веришь?
And you assume he's lying.
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Заново прослушать запись. Ну давай.
The Nexus versus colonist Nilkin, evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilkin. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to... No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Ну... Такое ощущение, что как будто там ее резанули. Вот как будто обрезали запись. Ну, типа хер его знает. О боже, бабушка.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Sarah Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilkin murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. He looked right at Nilkin and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
А ты была с
Reynolds
ним
was leading me
согласна?
back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect,
Какая разница?
if he hadn't been killed, we all probably
Какая разница? Я тебя спросил, поддерживаешь ли ты его решение, а не оспариваешь ли ты его. И поддерживать решение и подчиняться приказам — это разные вещи.
If they'd fought and Nilkin threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Did you see any Ket in the vicinity?
Nilkin said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilkin seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilkin in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
А, то есть... Мы, говорит, даже тело не осмотрели.
Something I can help you with?
I'm looking into the Nilkin Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to Eos and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
Ты
First murder in
помолчи.
Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Окей.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Окей.
Of course.
Смотреть место убийства, окей, мы сделаем, но, соответственно, попозже. Значит, саботаж. Допки нету. борту. Ковчеги выполненные, приоритетные. Это понятно, господи, мне это не интересно. С Сэмом на Гиперионе, да? Ага. Значит, поехали. Мы, соответственно, сейчас едем на... Во-первых, подожди, я хочу навыки. Ай. Так, еще раз. Поднимает врага без брони и щита в воздух и делает уязвимым для комбо подрыв. Бросок. Натиск окей, новый окей. Интересно. По поводу отражения я бы на самом деле... Я на самом деле жалею, типа щит, но такое себе. Создает гравитационный колодец. Угу, я понял. Сингулярность это... забавная вещь на самом деле. Копье это, ну, просто удар, по сути. Но пока что меня больше прельщает именно сингулярность. Скорость перезарядки. Щит, конечно, прикольный, но я думаю, что мы с ним поиграемся в следующий раз. Щит забавный, но нет. Вот это вот что за квесты, я не понимаю. К нему пути, что самое забавное, нету. С тобой не хочу разговаривать. Что еще раз? Подожди, а куда мне надо? Не, ну подожди, до экшена мы дойдем. В любом случае. Просто сейчас нужно все дела решить, и мы, соответственно, сейчас едем на Гиперион и едем на планету. А там уже будет, да, экшен. Ля стоит. Усюка. Сейчас мы, подожди, сейчас мы диверсанту раздадим пиздюлей. Сейчас кого-то пиздить будут, блять.
Zara Kellis?
Yes?
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it. Here. I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Callis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Patel's. A third party seems likely.
О боже, просто казните обоих, я заебался. Тактика пожилого отвлечения.
Because we both figured out something was going on? That would make sense.
Но это так тупо.
Thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
You stay put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cams. Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof.
Я чё-то, блядь, ребят, идите нахер, пожалуйста. Ну, вы заебали уже со своими саботажами. Уже сил никаких нету. Сэм, давай, блядь, обоих просто.
Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone. I'm on it.
Hello, Sarah. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential?
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
Давай.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required.
Нихера ты, братан.
They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Но неуправляемыми.
It is a symbiotic relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI, so what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Вот только командовать, другалечек,
But the
буду
human's
я.
still in charge, right?
Of course, I was never intended to supplant the Pathfinder, only to support and enhance your abilities.
Good to hear. So what's the plan?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse.
Ну, бать, конечно, да.
As a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Профиль позволяет Сэму перенастроить имплант для лучших показателей на поле боя. Инженер. Солдат. Адепт. Но, объективно говоря, мне вот абсолютно похеру на все эти профили и прочая залупа. Я псионик, мне вообще пофигу. Техника и биотика. Ну, это получается штурм и биотика, да? Это получается, ну, типа техника и сила, по сути. И это все вместе, да? Ну, типа, хер его знает. Но тут либо чисто биотика, либо, ну, тут страж или штурмовик. Тут скорее я даже к стражу больше склоняюсь. Типа, техника плюс биотика. Тут надо по 3 очка навыков в биотические и технические. Ну, воспламенение, криолуч, поглощение. Вот восстанавливать щиты, да. Я бы на самом деле тактическую маскировку бы взял. Вот инвиз это вот прям нормально. Либо турелька. А в остальном, ну, такое. Давайте мы... Бля. Найдите способ разблокировать память Сэма. Ну ты, конечно, гений, нахуй. Подожди, а нам далеко? Блять, давай, ладно, хер с ним сходим. Нам тут 2 шага сделать. Типа на Nexus мы успеем с этими диверсантами и так далее. Расскажешь.
Printed books.
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too.
О,
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early alliance
а
service.
можно мне все это
I bet
оружие
that saw plenty of
забрать?
action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times.
Не, пистолет это понятно. О, Нормандия. Понимаю. Даже реплики никакой не будет. Не-не, активатор, подожди, я вижу. Система архивации.
What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted.
Кто бы сомневался. А общие что у нас? Отбытие, Азария археолог, последняя запись.
The day is finally here. We're pushing off from Earth. We'll jump through a few relays first, then we hunker down for the long trip across dark space. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion. I certainly have my own. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600 years can change a man.
О, Ляра.
Sam, this is a reminder about Dr. Liara Tassoni. She's an Asari archaeologist I corresponded with a few years back. She's got experience studying ancient cultures. Make sure the team gets her research. Could be useful in Andromeda.
Liara Tassoni, huh? She studied the Protheans. When my team used to dig up artifacts, we'd debate her work. She had some pretty controversial theories, as I recall. Never gained much traction.
Но мы это знаем.
Dr. Tassoni's research onto datapads.
Нет. Не-не-не. Да, конечно, меня извини, но типа все записи Ляры мы слушать не будем.
I'm worried about Scott. Dr. Tapero says he'll be fine, but he's my son. How can I not worry? I hate to leave him like this. It's these moments when you wish you told your children you love them more often. Or ever. Which brings me to the tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are things you're gonna find out.
Что он такого скрывал-то? Ну, поехали. Значит, первая зашифрована. А, ну я так понимаю... Я понял. Ну, поехали. Давай первый активатор.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger related to your father and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
Хорошо.
Ryder, the blocks your father placed on my array are opening. I can now recall specific memories which Alec wanted you to see.
Давай, показывай.
Wait, I can actually see his memories?
Yes, you will experience them via your implant.
Okay, something new every day.
Ну, поехали.
Let's see it.
This memory is from the time when your father was posted on the Citadel.
На цитадели.
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
And AI is your answer?
We need to catch up. The Asari, the Solarians, they're centuries ahead of us.
But it's illegal.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
Define this advantage.
It will set us free. We're prisoners of our own five senses. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive. But an AI...
Ну, короче, он тут проталкивает свою идею с этими профилями.
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together, benefits both. There's no creator to revolt against.
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your work, but your request will be denied.
Alec?
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
He told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Это, я так понимаю, жена его.
Wow, hearing Mom again.
Да.
I never knew that's how Dad found out.
Alec was a stubborn man.
Да хер его знает. Я просто не знаю, что здесь отвечать, поэтому отвечу так.
In any situation.
It would seem that included me.
Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you scared people too much. After this, Dad moved us back to Earth to care for Mom. Wonder why he wanted me to see this.
Perhaps it was the beginning.
Ну, логично, что это только начало.
Private audio logs are now available in your father's quarters.
Да я понял, что с личными, я знаю.
Currently logged. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it.
Бля. Нет, ребят, вы, конечно, извините, но я не буду. Не.
Of course.
Блять. Не. Слишком много говорильни, слишком много. Так. Искать активаторы, понятно. На Нексусе, саботаж, окей. Все, погнали уже, блять. 1,5 часа говорильни, это, конечно, сильно. Дайте-то, ебать. Так, здесь мы пробегали, это все понятно. Так, да, все, нам в стыковочный. Еще говорильня.
I hear it's something special. Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks, looking great.
We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation. But at least we'll be doing it in style.
Ля, кораблик, да?
They call her the Tempest.
Темпест. Из Старкрафта почему-то. Ну, это, конечно, не Нормандия, но тоже прикольно.
Let's go take a closer look.
Let's pick it up a bit, people. We're 14 months late. So you're the one who's making everything happen. Vetra. Vetra Nix. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. Are we ready? The sooner we get out of here, the better.
You're coming with us?
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
Чему?
What's the rush?
Just don't want to waste any more time.
Hold it, hold it. You're not going anywhere.
Damn it.
Is something wrong?
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest's supplies, munitions, and crew.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Seen you around. Ben, right?
Я не понял, ты
Came here
быканул?
with the family, didn't you? Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Really?
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential, but I miss him.
I know. I got family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Nicely done.
Part of the job, Pathfinder. All things considered, it was an easy ask. And right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
Ок, чел. Ок.
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
Что это за, ну, типа, антенки, блядь? Наконец-то.
Everything's state-of-the-art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear. Plus her crew, of course. The best in their field.
Good to see you looking so well, Sarah.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey. We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
Я, знаешь, я не сторонник. Вот это вот отличное приключение, зная себя, это будет токсичное приключение.
Now it's on us to find the way.
We all came here ready for a challenge. When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
Я бы на самом деле хотел сейчас по быстроляну заглянуть на исследовательский отсек, потратить вот это вот все. Не-не-не-не-не-не.
The meeting room. You can make vid calls from the central table or just get the crew together.
Собрать всю команду. Подожди. Я хочу...
We call this the research room. You can run research projects and coordinate with the Nexus from here.
Pathfinder.
Торговый. Задание для ударных. Это понятное дело.
Our tech lab is an engineer's dream. It's perfect for any delicate technical work.
Окчел. Я бы вот здесь вот бы хотел.
That's the biolab. We can grow plants for food and oxygen, keep any specimen safe.
Подожди, ты мне дашь явиться в научную? Где научная, блядь, лаборатория? Я хочу потратить свои кровно заработанные очки. Инженерка. Научный. Биолаба, техлаба, спасательные, мост, карта галактики, почтовый, шлюз, стенд для брони. Не, ну подожди, по идее, научная лаба должна быть вот она. Которая для меня, соответственно, недоступна. Ну, конечно, кто бы, блядь, вообще сомневался. Ну и ладно. Ну и не очень-то и хотелось.
Departure trajectory locked, Nexus Control.
Да.
Time for introductions. You must be Ryder, Kalojath. A pleasure to be here, and to meet you, of course. I'll be piloting the Tempest at your word. Quite the ship, but it'll take a Pathfinder's guidance to see us through Helios.
Plenty of dangers out there, but I'll do my best to avoid them.
That's reassuring. Wouldn't want to lose my finest work to that angry cloud. I was test pilot for the Tempest's early prototypes. I admit, I'm itching to see how she performs out here.
So, how do I...
The console syncs with your implant. Just swipe, touch a destination here, and the nav system calculates everything. Very efficient.
It was optimized for a Pathfinder.
Everything's secure, if you're ready.
Да поехали уже. Господи.
I guess we have to be.
All right.
Кстати, она ответила вообще не то.
Excuse me.
Command access is transferring successfully.
Science and monitoring stations look fine. Lexi's reporting in.
Helm is green. Gil reports the drive core is online.
This is it, Ryder. The Tempest is yours, unless you've got something to say for the log.
Хочу сказать... Не надо. Давайте думать о доме.
We were all expecting a golden world. Now there's just a long road ahead. But hold on to that dream. It might see us through.
Nexus Control, this is the Tempest, ident 2527, prepping to depart.
А мне дадут пальчиками потрогать навигационную систему или нет?
To Eos, then. What would have been our Habitat 1? 2 failed outposts put an end to that idea.
Maybe we can turn things around. Callow, take us in.
Предфарим. Я так понимаю, мы можем отправиться не в Пифей, мы можем отправиться вообще в разное. Но давайте, наверное, начнем с него, раз уж у нас там основной квест.
System, Pythias. Andromeda Initiative Habitat 1. Designated Eos.
It was supposed to be an easy first step. Until no one else showed and we got clobbered. Twice.
Why has Sam altered frequency detection?
What are we hearing, Sam?
There is a signal, Pathfinder. I recommend an immediate examination of Eos.
Да? Активировать сканер. Обнаружена аномалия.
Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Мы сейчас будем копать минералы? Я ушел со второй половины, типа я фильм досмотрел и ушел. Залежи пожилого железа.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Спасибо. Спасибо, Паш, за подписку. Спасибо за платную сапку. Спасибо. Видишь, выполнил. Да. Welcome to the club, buddy. Тю, блять. Да? Я, наверное, внимания не особо обратил. Я старался. Я старался. Видишь, Фарим, ты пропустил. А я правильно понимаю, что мы здесь, ну, должны все просканировать, в принципе. Подожди, ну, сюда мы можем сесть, да, на планету? Давай, я не знаю, куда-нибудь сюда. Надо будет потом пересмотреть. Да я помню. И что? Ок, чел. Нанук. А у тебя через сколько? Через месяц, по-моему? Подожди, Паш, а ты сейчас с компа сидишь на стриме? Или с телефона? Я не понимаю, зачем нам, ну, сканировать, блять, планеты. Я, если бы хотел сканировать планеты, я бы пошел в Elite Dangerous играть. С компа, а у тебя значки сабов, они какие? Звездочкой или мои? Которые я менял. Скажи, пожалуйста. 20 дней это середина августа еще будет. Не, я тоже через Киви подписывался. У меня работает через Киви. Обнаружена аномалия. Спутник? Звездочка? Блять, очень странно. У вас должна быть не звездочка, у вас должны быть... У вас должны быть другие значки сабов. Странно. Ядерный фугас летит, качай. Извините. Бывает. Да? Бериллий. Бывает. А, у тебя с Better Vast есть значки? У тебя с Better Vast они есть только? То есть, типа, чтобы у тебя значки отображались, это у обоих должен быть Better Vast. Понимаю. Нет, тут администрация Vast к этому отношения не имеет. Это сторонний разработчик. То есть Better Vast это не от администрации Vast. Просто это очень странно, потому что, например, если ты через Better Vast меняешь цвет ника, то он меняется у всех. Даже у тех, у кого нету Better Vast. А значки сабов только у тех, у кого установлен. Ну, это глупо просто. Мы, значит, прибыли на Эос.
A mirror of the signal on Habitat 7. Possible atmospheric manipulation.
Is that possible? We'll find out. If it is like Habitat 7, no doubt we'll run into the CAD.
Зона посадки, да? То есть нам нужно найти зону высадки. Больше тут ничего нету. Ну, поехали на высадку. Желаете покинуть? Да. Как цвет ника там на сайте. На сайте. Херачишь все. Я бы вот вместо пистолета я бы взял ППшечку. Тут еще с весом, конечно, трабла. Окчал.
Hope we're all that ready.
Там именно не в настройках Better Was, да, на самом сайте.
How he pulled that mystery signal through the storms, I have no idea.
Multisensory neural collision. Amazing.
Factory fresh across the board. Spinning up the compensators.
You're already tuning the displays.
We'll get a better read on this pass than the Nexus has had in months. What?
I said a lot of people have their hopes pinned on us. They gave up on EOS. Can't blame them. Expected a golden world, instead they saw their friends die. Never know how that'll affect. Sorry. You okay?
Я
I've got the
первопроходец.
training, people, the tools. We can do this.
Pathfinder, the Tempest checks out. We're good.
Take us down. You have no idea how long I've wanted a Pathfinder to say that.
Ты, может, прекратишь разбрасываться комплиментами, может, спустимся на планету? Уже сил никаких нет.
Core is hot.
Shields holding, adjusting entry.
You got this, right? Hell.
Ну что опять?
There. Set us down at this nav point.
Машины. Что?
How to even start?
Reports state this planet suffers deadly storms that are contaminated by radiation from the Scourge. EO's deployment was incomplete due to environmental hazards and
Пацаны, а у вас,
hostile
ну,
encounters.
у вас как дела? Вы там, может,
Plus, no Pathfinder. If EOS is like Habitat 7, that signal we scan must be
вы
connected to the
там
atmosphere.
наденете
We can use the
шлемы,
outpost
может
antenna
быть.
to track it down. Let's get the power back on. They must have known these wouldn't last in these conditions.
They didn't have a Pathfinder.
They do now.
Кожаная пожилая обмотка.
Looks like salvage. New. Days ago new.
Who else is here?
Активатор памяти. Место убийства. Хрен его знает что. Еще активатор памяти. Ну, карта тут, конечно, да, не маленькая. Не маленькая. Базар в ноль. Научная станция, да, у нас? Даже и сзади, и справа. Вот здесь.
It's inoperable, Pathfinder.
Почему?
Too long in this environment without power.
We didn't expect.
Pathfinder, that door is locked. Until power is restored, there is no way to unlock it or gain entry to these buildings.
О, так бы сразу и сказали. А вот так вот, Фарин. Читать надо название.
Door's getting emergency power, but it's code locked.
Site 1 issued individual security codes. Each outpost self-organizes and sets its own protocol.
Just say we can't open it without codes.
We can't open it without codes.
Подожди, а вот это что такое? Не, в XCOM мы сегодня поиграем. Ха! Майнинг, да, сука? Жидкая вода к 100. Но я бы лучше даже не подходил к ней. Вода тут, конечно, да.
Got a code lock key.
А, да?
Gives us access if we need it.
О, лутик. Это мы такое одобряем. Литий, вот. Не знаю, зачем мне это надо, но мне это надо. Не-не-не-не-не, подожди. Сначала мы идем лутаться, а потом мы идем по квесту.
Pathfinder, that door is locked. Until power is restored, there is
Я
no way to unlock it
понял,
or gain
я
entry to these buildings.
понял, я понял. Прекрати, пожалуйста. Стоп. Никель, пожалуйста.
Another code. Like we already found.
Our first death today. Storm came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to cover our crops. Lost his footing. Got swept away. His wife is still in cryo. Maybe by the time they wake her up.
Пожилой Вася. Понимаю. Но я твой ник не вижу, потому что есть с телефона. Но с компа я потом обязательно посмотрю, какой ты там сделал. Ну, поехали в основную постройку, посмотрим, что у нас здесь. Я на всякий случай ШВ достану. Магнитики, всякая такая параша.
Full functionality would require an active power relay station.
Сучий баг этот. Сообщение для Ника. Для того самого Ника, по-моему, который обвинен в убийстве. Вот.
The logs might tell us what's up with the power relay.
Ну, посмотрю я, Фарим, что ты, блядь. Как ты с телефоном? В смысле как? Вот так. Никого нету. Ой, и никого нету, и никто на нас не нападет. Ну, конечно, блядь. Ну, расскажешь мне. 340 железа, понимаю. Маленькое пожилое энергоядро.
Sandstorms, radiation. What the hell was Addison thinking, sending us here? Eos might have looked great back in the Milky Way, but up close, it's a hellscape. Farthingale's on my case to stay positive. Put on a brave face for the rest of the team. But I can't shake the feeling that I'm gonna die out here.
I got a partial lock, but I can't turn on the antenna. Something's blocking the power.
A remote lock is active. The interference originates from a nearby power relay tower.
Чего?
So we're not the only ones interested in what happened here.
Let's check out this relay tower.
В смысле, а что тут такого?
Look at this place. It's a wasteland.
The
Пустыня,
radiation
да.
in Eos's atmosphere makes it difficult to cultivate life.
Radiation? Our suits protect against that, right?
Site 1 contains shield masks to dampen the brunt of contamination.
But if we went outside Site 1's perimeter?
That would not be advised.
Наши скафандры ведь защищают от этого, да? Чё по скафандрам, пацаны, вообще? Как дела у вас? Не. Если бы у меня был второй монитор, я бы, конечно, с ПК смотрел, но пока нету, то да. Приходится так, знаешь.
Structure up ahead. Sam?
It fits the profile of a power relay station, Pathfinder.
Right. Get it running, maybe buildings get power.
And we get a line on that signal.
Естественно.
That door is locked. Until power is restored, there is no way to unlock it or gain entry to these buildings.
А как я должен попасть в них? Чего? Не, нет. Хм. Я смотрю, немного испортились, да?
Guess that ship wasn't Ket then. They don't knock.
There are people here. We thought everyone left was gone.
Of course you did. Now shove off. Find your own salvage. This spot's taken.
So you're a salvager. Got a name? I'm Ryder.
Clancy. Making an honest living by... Wait, Ryder? As in Pathfinder? The Nexus just can't let Eos go, can it? However much it fails down here.
I'm tracking a signal that will help Eos. I only need power for the antenna.
Look, I cut the power for a reason. The Ket are patrolling today. You turn the power relay back on, they'll know there's a juicy target alive down here.
Блять,
Help
уйди.
me with the power relay and I'll take care of the cat.
You're crazy. Though maybe it's a good crazy. Okay, I'll enable the generators out there. You want to poke the tiger, it's on you.
Запустить генераторы.
Expect trouble when we start the generators.
Ну, давай запускать. Я так понимаю, что мы запускаем первый. К нам прилетает.
There's an error in the startup sequence. Manual input required.
Damn it.
Please scan one of the pylons to determine a hackable input location.
Давай.
Generator is active. Sam, our friend Clancy, was he part of the outpost team here?
No, Pathfinder. According to Nexus records,
В смысле?
stationed in the hangar bay.
Почему нельзя большие буковники ставить? Паша же поставил, у него Павел Б заглавный 4. Ну, это как пример просто. Да ну что, ну зацепись.
Generator interface possible. Location marked.
We've got company.
Да не, можно же. Где? Ля, там наши сражаются просто... Еще есть желающие?
The power relay station is ready for activation, Pathfinder.
Протеиновая жижа. Понимаю. Да я знаю. Лут валяется. Понимаю. Пистолет. Ведь меня этот баг раздражает. Не, пистолет такое. Вот ППшечка, да, которая у нас сейчас есть. Есть Division, да, есть.
Word of advice, though. If that signal of yours is out past the perimeter, you'll need a ride.
A ride?
Shuttles aren't fun in these winds. You need wheels. I think they kept a little something in storage.
I'll take another look around the
Окей.
outpost.
Заберем
Just finding it
транспорт.
won't be enough. Hope you're smarter than we were. We're heading to our shuttle. Keep this up. Maybe next time we'll find more than just salvage around here.
Don't suppose you've got anything we can use.
Ты торгаш? Снайперка. Но я так понимаю, оружие мы сможем поменять только после того, как отправимся на корабль. Это несколько неудобно. Кстати, Nexus 2 единицы опыта получил. Держу в курсе просто. У нее, кстати, 3 очка, да? Я бы ей на самом деле прокачал бы. Натиск ее. Да, подтвердить. А Лиам у нас со сколочной, да? Что у него еще есть? Тоже милишник. Кстати, если я буду со снайперкой, то получается их можно обоих делать в миле. Если уж они у меня милишники. Запустить станцию? Ну, давай запустим. Где? Да ёптать. Я думал, что мне вниз надо. Управление питанием. Включаем. Эх, вот бы сейчас озвучку, конечно. Ну да. Угу.
Correct. Plus, I've located the source of the signal we detected in orbit. It's coming from the large alien structure just beyond Site 1. The structure appears almost identical to the one your father used to adjust the atmosphere on the previous planet. It's worth investigation.
That almost feels like a lead. Damn right that's worth investigating.
Here.
A warning. Radiation levels beyond the perimeter of Site 1 are well above acceptable limits. You cannot proceed without additional protection.
All the more reason to see if that alien structure can make a difference to this planet. Come on, we better find that vehicle Clancy mentioned.
Так, ну я так понимаю...
Now the power is restored, we can investigate the nearby buildings.
Затвор на пистолет. Понимаю. Одобряю такое. Подожди, а... Не. Ладно. У нас квест есть какой-то? Че? А, ну это, наверное, от этого чувака. Я хочу в научный... Чего?
Well, what do you know? The Outpost Research Center is still intact.
Updating the Tempest on this critical recovery.
Research was always key to the initiative. We'll need it here too.
This tech is
Базара
how we
ноль.
survive in Andromeda. Ingenuity on the ground.
Someone else agrees. This research center was used recently to monitor the alien signal.
This gives us the tools to find the source, and maybe whoever else is looking.
Ок. Ок, чел. Не знаю, что здесь нужно сканировать, но... Магнитики.
The research station is back online. I've provided a list of weapons we can build by gathering the required components.
Нулевой элемент. Чтобы разблокировать новые чертежи и усиления за научные данные, откройте исследования. Разработка, но это понятно. Я понял. Ого. Хм. Ну, пистолет и пистолет-пулеметы мне, наверное, не надо. А вот какие-нибудь снайперки. Ну, может, ник просто занят был. Меч Азарии, молот. Подожди. Подожди, а усиление это что? Воздушная смазка? Понимаю. Редкие материалы, которые можно использовать с чертежами. Ну это типа... Это модификации. Все, я понял. Эффект оружия во время парения, к скорострельности, во время парения. Оружие теперь стреляет энергетикой. Не для дробовиков. Каждый выпущенный боеприпас становится гранатой. Вот это вот, кстати, интересно. А вот автоматическая перезарядка. Вот это вот, да, это тоже прикол. Ну, наедь на кого-нибудь, Фарим. А по броне интересно. Серьезно, есть... Вот, кстати, на биотику. Это просто, да, получается? Так, подожди, а здесь что? Система рикошета. Такое... Когда обойму пустеет, снимает 5% здоровья и пополняет обойму. Такое. На дробовик. Переключение оружия на стрельбу наводящимися плазменными сгустками. Забавно. Интересно. Прикольно. Но, если честно, типа, мне здесь, наверное... Забавно. Броня. А, это прям... Но ты ее хер создашь. Ты ее, конечно, изучишь, но хер создашь. А шлем, ну это он в целом, да, дает. А нагрудник... Ну, урон. Пока что меня больше, наверное, интересует из брони. Это N7, потому что биотика. Урон, скорость перезарядки, максимальный заряд щитов. Вот это вот меня, наверное, интересует. Наверное, изучать я пока ничего не буду. Угу. Да я понял, господи. Вот у меня только вопрос, это что? Да? Привет, Сакра. Что по активности на вечер, я не против. Я еще в любом случае, если вы там в Дискорде договариваетесь о чем-то, то я не против. Это так. Я и сам, в принципе, планировал. Пожилая мотыга. Подожди, а что я могу создать? Инициативу. Ну ладно. Пока меня, в принципе, все устраивает. Что вот это вот... Что надо-то?
Special requisition. All-terrain scout rover.
A nomad. Six-wheel drive. Jump jets. Just what you need.
The initiative only built a few.
This must be what
Отдельный ТГ. А зачем?
Forward stations act as emergency resupply checkpoints. Several are currently in orbit.
I can call one down. Let's find a good spot.
Запросить передовую станцию. Типа сквад. Нет, окей, как бы... Просто зачем? Ну ладно.
Looks like the forward station supplies are intact.
Downloading Nomad Crate access code.
О, снарягу можно поменять. Спасибо. Спасибо. Вот это вот я понимаю. Во-первых, я хочу... Здравствуйте. Нет, просто... Не, ладно, окей. Там... Если вы скинули на него ссылку, то окей. Окей. Я присоединюсь. Просто я не совсем понял... Зачем? Ну ладно. Так, подождите, по поводу кочевника. Подожди. Я хочу посмотреть, здесь мы были. Короче, были какие-то закрытые здания. Типа по инвайтам. Понимаю. Ну, я кину инвайт. Емкость с омнигелем. Дробовик.
constructive image of the past.
Wait, you can do that?
Normally, it would be impossible, but since this is an initiative building, I have access to
Понимаю
a
тебя,
multitude of
Фарим.
data and arrays.
Комар, да, комар такой.
I could provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
Я помню, я как-то в автобусе ехал, по-моему, прошлым летом, и сижу, я что-то захотел волосы поправить. Вот так вот делаю, выбираю руку, а у меня, знаешь, у меня кровь такая по пальцам размазанная. И, знаешь, и тушка комара такая. Ты чё, мразь, охуел совсем? У меня потом все волосы вот здесь вот в кровище были. Типа он сидит, меня жрет просто и из затылка кровь не пьет. Падла. Ля, тачка приехала. Чертеж, улучшенная подвеска, бля.
Nomad should handle pretty smooth. Check both forward and reverse, would you?
Что вот я на правую кнопку мыши, что я меняю? Что вот это происходит? Шахтерский компьютер. Симулятор майнинга, чешо. Понимаю. Да-да. Не-не-не, он один был, реально. Подожди, но я так понимаю, вот этот вот оранжевый режим, это он едет медленнее, но проходимость больше. А так он едет быстро, но типа меньше проходимости. Ок. Что у нас? Активатор памяти, первый убийца. Перспективность 7%. Понимаю, одобряю. Место высадки. Подвеску? Ну да, скорее всего, вот этот вот синий режим, ты просто... Ты быстро катаешься, но меньше проходимость. А вот так ты медленнее... Тут я прям вижу, я прям ощутимо медленнее езжу, но проходимость, наверное, побольше. Ок. Так, ну, нам надо ехать туда, да? В любом случае. Но поедем мы, дорогие мои, тогда на следующем стриме. Сейчас я, наверное, буду потихонечку заканчивать. И пойду отдохну, поем. И надо будет разобраться, что там ребята сделали с ТГ. Зачем они это сделали и прочее. YouTube. Также не забывайте подписываться на канал, лайки ставить, в описании переходить, там ссылка на вас, если все это хотите видеть в прямом эфире. Всем спасибо, ребятушки, всем